Salutations and good morrow everyone, welcome back to another grounded update video where today we're hopping back into the hot and hazy update, and today I'm giving you guys 10 things in my opinion I wish that I knew earlier when I first started playing the hot and hazy update. But of course you got to go through it and explore, so I have spent over 100 days in the game going through and practicing out, well, in-game days I should say, practicing a whole bunch of skills and learning a whole bunch of different things about the hot and hazy update in order to bring the most accurate list to all of you guys. So if you could, please hit that like button for me, don't forget to subscribe, and leave me a comment down below if there's other things that you have found have been super important in the hot and hazy update that I may have left out. Now, when this first one popped in, this one's kind of a no-brainer, but really I want to make sure everybody understands the sheer power of this, and that is using the anvil or the smithing station. The smithing station by far is one of the most important things that's gotten added to this update. With the change to armor, the change in perks, and all of that, it has become crucial to increase the amount of damage and durability of each one of your weapons. To do this, you go through and you just double click on a weapon, you use a little bit of quartzite and upgrade it. And by doing that, it does a couple things. One, it repairs your weapon. So if your weapon is broken and you go through and you upgrade it, your weapon is now repaired. Also, it ups your damage and it ups your durability. Keep in mind you can do this 7 times, okay? And on the 5th time, for non-elemental weapons, you get to select one element that you want to use on that weapon. AKA, say you want to use a great sword and put spicy on it, do that. Trust me, greatest broodmother killing weapon in the game. But you want to use a great sword, put some spicy on it, you get to, after level 5 of using quartzite, use melted spicy candy in order to increase your damage even further, all the way up to 70% damage for those of you who are going into a spicy or minty or salty damage, or if you're going into mighty by using melted down quartzite, you can get up to 80% damage. So super cool, very important for you to use the smithing station. Really use it. That's why it's number 1 on here. Okay, number 2, this one's a little less known, but the Barbarian perk that you can get from using weapons that are, you know, considered clubs, it works with the Salt Morningstar. Seriously, it does. It really does work with the Salt Morningstar. You get the Barbarian perk with the Salt Morningstar. It is a great thing to have, and I would suggest that all of you guys get it and use it. Now, that brings us to our next thing here that kind of bums me out, that a lot of people don't really understand when it comes to the way that the perks work now. The perks no longer grant extra damage, they increase your critical chance. Or critical damage, I'm sorry, critical damage. So, Barbarian isn't increasing more damage that you do. Also, I do believe the Barbarian perk now has a chance to randomly activate and give you a Barbarian mode, which allows you, I think, to take less damage and deal more damage when the screen turns red, which is super duper helpful. So, in my opinion, that's why number 2 would be use Barbarian with the Mint Mace, because it really can help you out. And 3, that they did change around all of the perks that you get for using weapons like Barbarian, Javelineer, Assassin, Marksman, all of those, or Sharpshooter, all of those are all now changed to do something different than just increase the amount of damage that you are doing. Okay, so this next one is a little bit more sad for me to talk about because a lot of people were hoping that this would happen, and that is the fact that milk molars do not respawn and you do not have a way to respec. So be very careful, because you do not have enough milk molars in the yard or mega milk molars in order to fill out all of your skills in the skill tree with Burgle. So be careful what you are picking, because you cannot refund and you do not get any more milk molars at this point. At the end game, they plan on adding enough milk molars for you to be able to fully upgrade your character, but for now, you do not have enough to fully upgrade your character or for you to go through and be able to reset your perks either. So this next one, I feel like that not a lot of people are taking advantage of, and it really is a fantastic thing that happens in the game for your character, and that is that inside of the sandbox, there are buried treasure caches, okay? These respawn Okay, so going over here every other day and searching around for buried treasure is super important, and you should start doing it as soon as possible. Be aware that there is a sizzle perk that happens over inside of the haze that will slowly kill your character, and by using the fresh defense you will be able to lower how quickly your sizzle burn builds. So go over here, make sure that you're getting hidden away from the sizzle, and make sure that you have on your fresh defense to make sure you have a little bit more sizzle protection so it goes down or builds a lot slower. But coming through here and being able to research or go through and dig up treasure every other day is huge, because these treasure boxes have things from candy pieces to food to all sorts of really good items that you can get for your character. So make sure you're coming over to the sandbox and digging almost daily to look for additional buried treasure. Where this leads us to next is over at the haze. What I want to talk about is plugging the haze. I've made a video on plugging the haze before, but I don't think I made it aware about really how dangerous plugging the haze can really be. Plugging the haze literally increases the difficulty of your game. How does that happen? Well, it increases the difficulty of your game because it spreads around exploding mushrooms and allows the infected insects to crawl around the entire yard, thus making it a lot more difficult to go around and explore the yard, fight different things, and also just more or less play the game of Grounded, because now you have to worry about all of the infected insects and the exploding mushrooms all over the place. Yes, you could cut down the exploding mushrooms, but they do grow back. So is it really worth it? It's up to you right now. There's no benefit really right now to turning off the haze, besides you don't need a gas mask in the haze anymore. So should you really plug it? In my opinion, no, don't plug it. Okay, so for this next one, the next one that I want to point out, so this part one is, I've made a video on it as well, but I didn't really talk about how important they are, and that is sticky smoothies. Sticky smoothies are the best smoothies in the game. Hands down, period. Best smoothies in the game. Get them, use them. They heal you off the bat, heal you over time, increase perk longevity, and they heal you more than your standard smoothie, and gum's not that hard to find. Sticky smoothies, best smoothies in the game. Use them. Okay, so this next one that I want to bring up to you guys, so this is number 8 for you. Number 8 would be build your own way into the sandbox. Well, this goes hand in hand with that treasure one, okay? Getting into the sandbox is a pain in the butt. It's hard to get into the sandbox, so in my opinion, building your own way to get in here, it can even be as simple as using clover roofs to make some jumping platforms for you, or making a spiral staircase, building a ramp like I did, and building a large space walk that you do, or airwalk that you can do with a custom base over there. You can do that, but in my opinion, getting yourself your own custom way to get into the sandbox, to making it so you can get up here easier, is priceless. Just go through and do it. It takes a little bit of time, but trust me, you will thank yourself, because not having to climb all the way up to the top of the picnic table just to go all the way over there, back there, up there, over, and then all the way over here and down, or go through some sand, go through the black ant hills in order to get over here. Trust me, that is an easier way to get up here, is just to build yourself a way. Okay, number 9 is, well, this one bums me out a little bit. Number 9 is the assistant manager fight. Enjoy that fight, because you only get to do it once. I know, right? Really? They made it so you can only fight the boss once, and I get it. It's because he drops a specialized item that allows you to get into a new cave or a new base that's over there, and it's worth going through and fighting him, and I get that, but I wish that we could fight him more than once, because in my opinion, the assistant manager is a super fun fight, but you only get to fight it once. So really, guys, enjoy that fight. Okay, and the last one is even more difficult for me to say, because as you guys know from watching the Sim-Alot channel, I am not an archer in these games. I do not use the bow and arrow in this game. I do not use the crossbow in this game, or the crow's bow. I do not use it in this game, but the candy arrows that they added in this update, holy crap, do they kick butt. Use these arrows. They do a ton more damage against the bug that they are weak to. These arrows are crazy good. So go through and use your pieces. They don't need globs, they need pieces, and make yourself some arrows. I know feather arrows are kind of a pain to come up with because there's silk rope and a feather piece, but the crow spawns feathers more often. So make yourself these arrows. Trust me, they kick butt constantly. I love these arrows, and I'm not even an archer. So if you're an archer, use these arrows. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. So, all right, guys, and that is the 10 things that I think that I wish I knew sooner in this update, or to play this update. I wish that I knew them when I first started playing, because they really would have changed around a lot of the way that I play going forward, and I may even convert it over to an archer by the end of the time. But guys, that is all the time I have left for this video, so thank you guys all so much for watching it. If you guys like it, please hit that like button for me. Let me know you guys want to see more. Also, please don't forget to leave a comment down below of other things that you would find helpful, that you wish you knew sooner in the start of the Hot and Hazy update. And also, please don't forget to subscribe. And as always, I'll see all of you guys in the next one.